Happy Friday, good people. This is your Poolproof Wisdom Moment. Have you ever thought about the fact that as we are plodding away, talking about the career we're going to have and how much money we're going to make and all that we put into that, all that we sacrifice for it, that you're doing that with such passion and such commitment that it deserves applause. It really does. I have nothing but respect for people who figure out what they want to do and then get about the business of doing it. We put a lot of time and effort into building a career, into having the type of career that many other people want for themselves, and yet we can do that. But when it comes to the most important job that we have, because having a career, contrary to popular belief, is not the most important job you'll ever have. The most important job you have, the most important job we have, is to become an accomplished human being. And think about that. Think about that in comparison to the way that you go after your career, what you give up, what you sacrifice, what you are convinced is necessary to make it. But conversely, we don't put the same level of effort into being an accomplished human. We think that we can just throw those things away, that being a good person, while nice in concept, is something other people are supposed to do. We, on the other hand, we need to be tough. We need to dig in. We need to grind until we get all the money and the renown and the recognition that having a career can bring us. But I'm here to tell you, good people, there's nothing more important than being an accomplished human being. The same level of sacrifice and grit and effort that you put into building that career of yours, it's time right now for you to put that same amount into being an accomplished human being. What we are in this world right now is at a crossroads where there's an option between going way backward and becoming worse than we've ever been, because we are bringing forward not only the horrors that have been, but adding new ones to them every day by virtue of how we're disconnectedly connected by social media, or choosing to say, this is not the way I'm going to let this story be written. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to commit my resources. I'm going to offer my time and my worth and my value to make sure that we're all fighting the good fight, and that this world of ours that we share is not going to become a battleground of the good versus evil variety, but that instead we're going to focus up on promoting the good by committing to it with the same level of zest and vigor that we do to fighting for those careers that we covet so much. At the end of my days, I am not going to be gauged by the success I've had with the jobs that I've held. And I've had my own share, believe me. But I would much rather be judged, if that were the case, by the content of what I've contributed to make the world a better place. When I tell you that my goal every day is to make sure that I put more good into this world than I take from it, that's the truth. And it's not always easy doing that work, but I can tell you it is my real avocation. There's my vocation, which is the career that I have, but my avocation, interestingly enough, which is putting more good into the world than I take from it, is my real job. And if you really want to make change, if you really want to see the world become a better place for everyone, you better get about the same business, making that effort, doing that work, contributing when it's not even easy, sacrificing when it's hard. This is how we change things. This is how we change each other. And you know what? It all begins with you. One person making one difference at one time. It can happen. I want you to know that, and I hope you'll join me and all the others who are committed to making the world a better place today. That's all for today. Have a great weekend, and I will see you here again next week. That is your Poolproof Wisdom Moment.